Delay feels safe, and often it quietly steals opportunity.
Moving forward with the Dekker team. Moving forward together with the Dekker team.
We are enthralled that for 37 years, we've been able to come alongside you, not only selling, buying, and investing in real estate over 3,117 times, coming alongside you to build your fun, build your fitness, build your faith, and build your finances, and even strengthen, heal, and flourish inside relationship. This topic.
Yeah. You know, timing's where people tend to get hung up. I get hung up on timing, right? Because you can get stuck there. Either you're thinking you're reacting, your timing is too short.
Right? You're too quick and too impatient and just biting at the bit to do something.
And there's a sense there that sometimes, you know, like the fellow we helped buy a property, he was biting at the bit to get something. He'd missed out on a couple properties and he was biting at the bit and it needed to happen. And he was trying to make it happen more than it should have. So he was trying to make something work that wasn't as workable as something else.
Right. So, because what we often do as humans is we attempt to control the situation. So first we've said that we've asked God, what do you want me to know? He gave you the answer. Then you ask, what do you want me to do with what I now know? And then the third question is, when do you want me to do it? And a lot of this framework comes out of the book Living Fearless by Jamie Winship, which in many ways rocked our world about 45 days ago. And it is shifting, I think, how we're walking through the world in this season, right? It's fascinating. And it came right at the right time for us. So if you're thinking, hey, that sounds really intriguing, I encourage you to pick up a copy of the book, listen to it, and then let us know if you want to join us in a better part of a full day study on it where we go a little bit deeper. Our prerequisite, though, is that everybody's done their personal work to some degree before we come together.
Yeah, and if we get a lot of response, we'll probably move it from home to the office.
Yeah, we'll see.
We need that many seats, right?
And if you're just looking for a general real estate clarity call, go to dekkerteam.com and book a clarity call. We are still focused on helping you navigate your real estate decisions. And ultimately, if you can get wisdom from above in relation to real estate decisions, that's a really smart move if you ask me, especially when it comes to timing, rather than getting caught up in fear or hype or what someone else did or what somebody else has or what you ought to have or where you should be right now. Or
Yeah. Now, one of the things in Living Fearless is the idea is that when you're grounded in the truth, you're clear on what you're to do, the timing becomes sometimes a little less about control and more about trust. Trust the process, because sometimes the timing doesn't feel right.
No, because I've said this before, but I mean, I often want what I want when I want it. And that was one of the stories you were sharing about one of our clients. He wanted what he wanted when he wanted it. And if the opportunity or the ideal opportunity wasn't there right then patience was needed.
Yeah, and only a few weeks of patience.
It wasn't long. And then the ideal property presented itself. And then be prepared to move quickly. So it doesn't mean that we're going to delay unnecessarily. It means you're walking in trust rather than beg.
Rather than beg?
Yeah, because I think so often, and we talked about this in segment A and B, but I think it warrants repeating, we beg for what we want. We tend to, as humans, ask for what we want, when we want it, how fast we want it, or how slow we want it. And so it's almost this sense of urgency and begging and controlling and manipulating and forcing and pushing and pressuring and coercing and cajoling and manipulating even. Am I speaking true? Rather than trusting the journey and the timing. Don't delay needlessly out of fear, and also don't recklessly rush in.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And real estate's like this. Like, it's huge. The best opportunities rarely feel like they're obvious
They're
in the
not.
moment, right? And they might feel uncertain until they're gone.
And then they feel certain, the one that got away.
Yeah.
And then the crazy part is it gets even better in your mind's eye, because we do tend to then put on rose-colored glasses, and now even the home that's better than that one will feel inferior because it was the one that got away.
Yeah. Fish.
A fish story. Let's not go down a fish story. So if you haven't picked up your copy yet, I mean, I think I would encourage you to. If this is enticing to you at all.
It sounds interesting. Yeah. Because timing isn't controlled, it's discerned or spoken from. Like in your prayer time, if God says do it now, then do it now. Like, you know, even the scripture where the person comes to worship God at the altar and he says, hey, if you've got something against a brother, go fix that now. Come back and worship later. So sometimes God is a God of action, like do it now.
And peace doesn't come necessarily from perfect timing. It comes from aligned timing, aligned with what you're to do. Well, first, what you're to know, then what you're to do, and then when you're to do it. So aligning it with what you're feeling, you're discerning. And these are the same words I would have said a year ago or 3 years ago or 20 years ago or even probably 30 years ago. The heart in it is different. The spirit in it is different. So we're asking you, alongside this journey with us, to seek God in his wisdom as to what you're to know, what you're to do with it, and when you're to do it.
And God says he'll give you a new name, right? And through this book, when you're living that and you're getting rid of your false identities, then you're getting new identities, which is a new name, really, right? It's your new name. It's what you live out under God. So this is very cool.
Right. So if your current beliefs and your current thinking got you this far, can you imagine how much further God can take you if you align directly to what he has for you to know, do, and when to do it?
Well, that's amazing. Because living fearless isn't about eliminating uncertainty. It's about moving forward with clarity in the middle of the uncertainty, right? When has there been a time where that's happened for you?
Oh, so many. And so that's a conversation for another day, I think.
Really?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because moving forward with clarity is really what we need to do in the middle of uncertainty. Right?
And how do you get that clarity?
Seek wisdom.
From?
You could do a Dekker team clarity call.
You could.
You could check with God and ask him for the clarity. That's probably your best approach.
Yeah. And otherwise counsel, right? Very, very important. And you know, it's been a fun half an hour. Hasn't it been?
It has. It has.
And we're glad that we were able to spend that time with you, because when we move forward together, we've got this.
Moving forward with the Dekker team. Moving forward